Hi.
Hello.
What's up, dudes? It's Erin.
I'm Nicole.
Welcome to Dude That's Fucked Up.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Get a little whoop, whoop for you out there.
Yeah, for old time's sake.
Old times, new times.
All the times.
All the times.
I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody is ready for, I don't know, the winter, the holidays.
Dang.
We're in the middle of it.
Yeah. It's, I'm not ready. I'm just like, I am a really bad gift giver, and I try every year to be better. Like,
I know.
because I'm like.
No, I mean, I am too, not like I know you're a bad giver.
You're like, I know, remember when you gave me that fucking puka shell necklace and earring set last year?
I mean, I think you're a pretty good gift giver. So, speaking of which, you sent me a package. We are sending out some holiday cards to our Patreons or our patrons, and you sent me some candy from Disneyland, and it's very delicious.
That I bought like over a month ago and just didn't send.
Why would you? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna send it for your birthday.
Wonderful.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. Well. I bought it way before your birthday, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta send this," and then I just didn't, and then I was like annoyed at myself, but then I had a reason to.
You had a reason to. Yeah. Why would you spend more money on postage? You know?
True that. I waited for an opportunity.
I'm a practical person. I'm frugal. I appreciate, and it's the thought that counts anyway.
Oh,
it's
good.
like I also am like not a person who gives a shit. Like that's not my love language. You know?
Yeah.
Like for some people, like gifts are important, and that's great. That's fine. It's not like a sign of it's not a sign of anything. It's just like that is how you feel like you're giving love or receiving like an adequate amount of love and affection is through gift giving, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I am not one of those people. That is just like. I think quality time and like words of affirmation, stuff like that. That's my love language.
Okay, how do you know this? Because
also food.
Oh yeah, I've been looking for a quiz so I could figure out what my love language is, and I don't know what it is.
It's literally like lovelanguages.com or some bullshit. Just Google that shit.
I have, and I'm always like quiz love language, and then it's just like all these bullshit articles, and I don't know. I'm also kind of lazy, but.
I'll find the one that I took.
Okay, good.
It's good. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, I just want to know what it is. I think I know. I think it's like attention, if that's something, but.
Yeah, I feel like words of affirmation are probably.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're doing a great job. Like, you're a good partner, a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yeah.
And that's all true.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Thank you. Oh.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
I mean, thank you.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, I love you.
I love you.
Well, is there any business this week that we need to talk about? Anything to discuss?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think just go to the website, dtfupodcast.com. It has all the things.
Yeah, that's anything you need to know you'll find there probably.
Yeah, it's a great resource for all things DTFU. Mm-hmm. It's like links to our Instagram and all the social media, Twitter shit. If you're like, I don't even want to try to search this shit. I don't know how to use these things, but let's just see what they got going on.
Yeah.
You can see the things that are on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a whole backstory. There's your video that you made, Arraigning Men. It's very good, very funny.
It's still there,
It's a parody of It's Raining Men, but Arraigning Men for like #MeToo. It's great. Nicole did it. She wrote it, starred in it, produced, directed, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She did all the things.
All things.
She's so talented and wonderful.
Oh my God. You are so talented and wonderful.
Words of affirmation.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think I told you I wrote a sketch this month for our stage show. I wrote 2 of them, but one of them is Thin Lizzie Borden, and it's like all Thin Lizzie song parodies of Lizzie Borden things.
Amazing.
It's so dumb.
That's the mashup we didn't know we needed.
Yeah, just didn't know could exist. You
Sorry,
know?
that's Jack sucking on his pacifier.
Oh,
like a
that's...
crazy maniac.
Hey, he's chill. He
Yeah.
had to get shots today. He's had a rough day, you know?
Yeah, he's fully vaccinated right now.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking asshole.
No, you're doing your part for humanity and your baby.
That's right.
Fucking,
you know. Yeah, we won't go too far into that.
We can't.
We can't.
It'll
It's
take
too
all
aggravating.
day. It'll take all day, and we have a topic that we want to get to that is crazy.
It's crazy, guys. But before that, anything fucked up for you this week?
Okay. Do you ever report ads on Facebook?
No, but I report
Other
I
people
report
shitty.
people all the time. I literally sometimes if I'm just feeling really helpless about the news or whatever, I'll just go through a comment section and just start reporting people that I think are bots or just straight up racist people. I swear to God.
No, I do that too.
It's therapeutic. I'm going to say it's
Yeah.
very, even if nothing comes of it. I've also reported racist, Nazi propaganda and stuff that before.
Same.
That, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got a notification that something I had reported in July of this year was reviewed and was not found to be a problem, and I have no idea what it was. I don't know what it was, but it was from the New York Times, which makes me feel like maybe it was
Was it that opinion thing about I don't know? There's probably an opinion article that was garbage.
It was probably something shitty, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I reported an ad I saw. I keep getting Goop ads that are our diet and exercise not working? Or it's our diet and exercise not working anymore. Here's the, we have the secret, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, it's just bullshit diet propaganda garbage, and I hate it, and I see it, and I'm just fuck you. One, I'm not even on a diet, so either...
Also, fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck off. And you don't know me. And also, what is it? It's 70% of women have, had eating disorders in their life and shit. And it's just, so rude. And I'm just do you know who Jamila is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, from The Good Place. You watched The Good Place.
She's great. Oh,
but
my God.
she's been in the news everywhere because she's just she's had it. And she is fuck.
Did you watch her video that was on Twitter or Instagram, I think, where she was pretending she was one of those diet tea spokesmodels, a Kardashian or whatever.
That's funny.
Oh my God, it is so funny. She's hi, try my diet tea. It helped me lose 70 pounds in 3 days or something like that. And she's chugging this shake or whatever. And then it cuts to her shitting on a toilet.
Oh my God.
You will love it. It is so good. She's amazing. She's just not backing down though about all these celebrity endorsed diet shakes and teas and everything. She's calling people out.
Yeah.
And people are holy fucking shit. She's going in. But it's it's so good. She's so good.
Oh my God, she's so good. Yeah, that was my fucked up thing this week. And also I heard her I don't watch The Good Place I mean, I've watched some of it, but I don't regularly watch it. But I heard her on Nicole Byers' podcast, Why Won't You Date Me? And she was just bam, 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 all these facts and opinions and points about just how the media treats women and all this stuff, and I was oh, I like this lady. And so then
she's cool.
Yeah, then I followed her on Instagram. She has what's the other Instagram thing she does? She does she has a whole separate body positive
oh, I don't know.
account
I didn't know
that she manages. Yeah, it's good. It's so anyway, that was my fucked up thing because I'm hyper sensitive because of other good things that are happening and awareness.
Yeah.
So I was fuck you, Goop.
Yeah. Did you report it?
Yeah, I reported it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice job.
I know.
Yeah, they deserve to have all their bullshit.
Yeah.
Pseudoscience-y shit reported.
I know.
Fucking Goop, man.
Fucking Goop, man. Fucking skinny white bitches. Fuck off. I don't need your fucking patriarchal bullshit.
That's
also,
right.
it's the same thing of all the women what?
Oh, I was gonna say, go ahead. I just was on Goop like last night looking at a gift guide, and it was like in
I know. I heard about that on page 7 last night, which reminded me that I had reported this ad because there's like, it's like buy your own fucking Spanish villa or no, it's like a Spanish town village.
Yeah.
It's a fucking village and it's like 172 grand.
Yeah. Oh, there's one thing on there. It's like some fucking like retreat in, I don't even know, somewhere in like East Asia that's like, it literally says price available upon request.
Oh my God.
Like they can't even tell you how much it is to stay there because it's so fucking expensive, and they're not even gonna fuck with you if you can't afford it. Like,
oh my, which means it's more than 172 grand because they'll say how much that village costs.
Yeah, it's like own the village where they filmed fucking Call Me by Your Name or some shit. It's like insane. I don't even know if that's what it is, but it's like something like that.
Oh my God.
And then like a $5,000 blouse. It's like, excuse me, what?
It shouldn't even be called a blouse. Like it should have its own name. Cause
no, it's like a fucking, I don't even know.
Could you imagine if you spilled wine on that thing or something?
Dude, what? Yeah, or like sweat even a fucking droplet onto it.
Fucking lactated on it.
Oh God, yeah, dude, it's insane.
You ruined my blouse.
My blouse. Like you can't call it a blouse, you have to call it a blouse.
Yeah, you ruined it. My blouse. There's ween all over it. Do you mean wine? No. Noo-noo.
Let me lounge on my chaise. My fainting chaise.
My chaise longue. Don't some people call it that?
In the loggia.
Oh,
dude,
God.
Fuck off, Goop.
Fuck off, Goop.
Yeah, it's like none of that stuff's for anybody. Like not even people who have like a little bit of money. It's for like people who have like the most money. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Fuck off, Gwyneth.
Oh
piece
God,
of shit.
Gwyneth. So not a regular person.
No, God. It's so bad. Anyway.
Yeah. What's your fucked up thing?
Oh, man. It is really fucked up, you guys. Get ready.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
What is it?
So, a couple nights ago, well, I guess this will be like last week at this point, upon the hearing of this episode, a couple doors down from me, somebody got fucking murdered. Like,
what?
Straight up, I don't know if they got stabbed to death or just beat to death.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it was like a house where like a bunch of dudes live, and there's like, I think they're like, you know, like related or they're like friends coming and going, like a lot of people coming and going, like and
is it like a flop house?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like, but like they're keep to themselves. Like I've seen kids coming and going, so it's just like a bunch of people that are like maybe like cousins or like friends of family, whatever, that are like coming in and out a bunch. So literally like a couple nights ago though, somebody just got fucking pissed.
Oh no.
And a dude got killed at this house, and they ran away from the house. Like their house backs into the alley that our house is on.
Oh my God.
And my security camera in our alley, because we like, you know, there's a lot of fucking people doing weird shit in our alley. So
taking dumps and shit.
Yeah, taking dumps, doing drugs, like whatever, stealing packages. That's like the extent of it. But we caught these two dudes running out of the back door of this house.
Oh my God.
And so therefore the night it happened, I mean, I had no idea that it happened because it happened inside the house. Like there was no gunshots or anything like that. So I had no idea. But the cops, like, I like see all these lights outside. Like all these cop cars are like parked right outside my house. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? I thought it was like a car accident or something. Yeah. And because we live like right off of a main road too. So, but then the cops came and knocked on my door, and I was just like, oh shit. And they like came in and they were like, hey, so something happened. We need to like check and see if you captured anything on your security camera. It was like between these hours.
Like,
so
they could see you had it?
Yeah, they were like, because they were like patrolling the alleyway afterwards, because they knew that's like where they fled from.
Were they regular cops or were there detective ones too?
These were regular cops,
Okay.
but then I like overheard like their their like comms are going off, and I just hear like somebody on the comm go, the homicide detective is here, and I was just like, oh shit, homicide,
dun, dun.
and they're like, yeah, I don't think like. They like didn't really want to say, but I was like, oh shit, and they're like, yeah, somebody got, and so then they came back a couple times just to like chat a little bit more, just for like more detail, like to help me like find the footage, and then the homicide detective called me like the next day, and I was like emailing back and forth and like sending them clips of everything, and then a couple days later, I get 2 random interns from a public defender's office knocking on my door. So I had to like, they subpoenaed our footage. So I had to like send them or give them all that, and it was just like fucking wild.
Oh my god! What did you do? Did you like put it on a thumb drive and then put it in an envelope?
No, they left me a thumb drive, and then they came back to pick it up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's like still an ongoing investigation, but like they didn't tell me not to talk about it, so I'm talking about it.
Hell yeah. I mean, what
No,
are
I
the
don't know anything.
chances that those 2 guys listen to this podcast?
Oh, I mean, I don't know who it was, and I don't know. Like, I saw them running away on the camera, but like I have no idea who it is, and I don't know what's going on. But they did arrest somebody, so.
Oh my god, you should just have like a pot of coffee going at all times and like some donuts.
Yeah, and you guys. I'm gonna solve this murder. Don't worry.
Oh my god, that is so good.
I know. So anyway, well, speaking of random people knocking on your door.
Oh. God.
When's the last time you had like somebody knock on your door, like to evangelize their religion to you?
It's been a long time. I've had people try and scam me by knocking on my door. Not in the building I'm in now, because it's like you can't get into our building. And it's like our hallways are inside. But the last place we lived a couple years ago, we'd get people knocking that were like, I just ran out of gas and I need money to like fill my tank. I have to get to Riverside, and it was always a scam. Yeah. But
they just want money. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
We get lots of Jehovah's Witnesses coming to the door, and they're always like really nice and stuff. And but the other day I had 2 Mormon missionaries come by, and that was exciting because I haven't seen any Mormons in a while. So that was fun.
What is like the Jehovah's Witness sales pitch? Like, hey, do you want to like not celebrate any holidays?
Like, hey, the world's gonna end soon.
Yeah.
You should like really get right. And I always am just like, yeah, we're Jewish, and like, sorry. And they're like, oh, like I told this to the Mormon boys that came by, because they're like literal children. They're just 18 years old.
Yeah.
They like still have zits and stuff, like pubescent faces.
Yeah.
And they're just, I like have the baby, and I'm like, hey guys, like, we're Jewish, cool, good luck out there.
Yeah.
And they're like, we respect your religion. And I'm like, if you did, you wouldn't be knocking on my fucking door right now.
Yeah.
But I just am like, yeah, I mean, like, I converted to Judaism, so I think I'm good for a while.
Yeah.
I got my one conversion token cashed in.
Yeah.
So
hey, leave a pamphlet. I'll let you know if it doesn't stick.
Yeah. Also, like, in Judaism, they like encourage you to drink wine and stuff. So I think I'm really solid here.
Also, there's like a lot of parties. Like, you get a party when you like are a teenager, and like there's like fun stuff.
There's a fucking holiday that you celebrate. You're supposed to drink so much you can't tell who's who.
Oh my god! Also, like every Friday,
it's like Halloween. Yeah.
Every Friday you have like kind of a dinner party, like.
Yeah, you have a dinner. You bless wine. You bless bread. It's
great.
Dope. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, so let's all like people evangelizing, like knocking on doors and stuff. That's all like really
Yeah.
annoying and
Yeah, yeah,
normal for us here in the U.S. and like other places. But what if you're like a remote tribe on an island that doesn't want anyone knocking on their door? Like that, I feel like don't do that.
Don't.
Nobody wants that.
No, like, oh yeah, I just don't understand. It's very weird to me. Like, also, there's something like embarrassing to me about having to go like door to door or
Oh
like,
yeah. I mean, I do have a lot of respect for like the young elders and sisters in the Mormon faith who do it and they're like gung ho about it or whatever, but still it's like yeah, the Schadenfreude is pretty hardcore. It's like they're selling Cutco knives but like for Jesus.
yeah, you don't get anything.
Yeah, except, eternal whatever, salvation or some bullshit.
I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, so this just happened a couple weeks ago. This dude who he was a I read an article where they described him as like a self-appointed missionary, so he wasn't even like associated with any church or anything. He just was like out there trying to spread the word of Jesus and that's fine. But he went to this island. It's this island called the North Sentinel Island off the coast of India. And he was trying to talk to this remote tribe that has been very rarely contacted and is incredibly dangerous. And he took it upon himself to go to this island. And it's illegal to go there, first of all. But he paid like some fishermen like $350 to like get him there on a boat. And they fucking killed him. So this just happened a couple weeks ago. So I was just like,
They like
God
fucking
damn it.
bow and arrowed him.
Oh yeah, they were not fucking around. And
Yeah.
like anybody who comes to this island, there's a very very good chance you're going to get killed by these people that live there. Like they
God.
don't want anything to do with the outside world. But people, keep insisting on doing just that and just coming and knocking on their door when they don't want to know anything about the outside world.
What?
They're doing great. Leave them alone.
What like motivates someone to do something like that? Like this guy went all the way. It's not even like, okay, like the Mormon missionaries and stuff, they get to like go with other people and it's like kind of like a fun camp vibe, I would imagine.
And I feel like it's a lot of like, growth too. Like
Yeah.
you're learning how to do like adult things kind of, and like, I don't know.
Yeah, but this guy just like fucking was like, let me get some money and go halfway around the world by myself.
Yeah, he was like on his own mission. Like I said, I mean, maybe he was affiliated with a church, but it sounds like he was just like kind of nomadic and just, spreading his own gospel kind of.
Well, it sounds a little manifesto-y.
Well, and he was really young too. He was only like 26 years old. So it was just like he knows nothing about the world. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he's traveled extensively, and maybe he had the best of intentions, but this was not a fucking smart thing to do. Like it was so bad. And we'll talk a little bit more about him later, but I got really interested in in anthropology, like this is, finding uncontacted tribes is
Yeah.
like a thing that happens and used to happen obviously more often. But this is one of the rare instances where there is a group of people who have been living on an island for over 60,000 years, not 600 years, not 6,000 years, 60,000 years. They've been doing their own thing on this island for that amount of time, and they've been fine.
Dude.
They have been fine. Do not bother them.
It's wild to me that in like a time when we're so connected to like even we've talked about places in countries where like they don't have toilets but they have cell phones and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
in a time where everyone is so majorly connected, there is at least one community that exists that has no contact almost.
And they know something about the outside. They have an idea that it'd be like us being invaded by aliens.
Yeah,
like, you know
that's
what I mean?
Oh my God, I was thinking that exact same thing.
It completely is, because like they have been invaded essentially by outside, people.
Yeah.
And so, but we'll get to those instances, but I just got so interested because like this is like the whole crux of like anthropology, and it's so interesting, and I understand why people want to know more about them and like study them and stuff. That's fine, but like if you can figure out a way to do it from a distance, great. But if not, leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah.
They so in the 1800s is when I guess they were discovered, or no, not even, no, the 1500s I think is when they were discovered. But yeah, it's just like totally fascinating that they just have they I would say they're about in the Iron Age, technically, because they have like metal tools at this point. But anyway, so just for a little context, the island itself is off the coast of India. Like I said, it's located in the Bay of Bengal, and it's part of the Andaman Islands, and it's the North Sentinel Island is what we're specifically talking about in this instance. This is like who killed this dude, and the Sentinelese are in this like island chain. That's where the North Sentinel Island is, and they they have been, like I said, there for over 60,000 years. But that's where this island is. It's even North Sentinel Island is kind of like removed from the rest of the archipelago. It's like kind of off to the side, so it's like very remote. But yeah, it's crazy. The first recorded contact. So this is like some of the instances in which direct contact has been made with these people. The first recorded contact, it was in the 1800s. In the summer of 1867, a Indian merchant ship called the Nineveh was wrecked on a reef near North Sentinel. 86 passengers and 20 crewmen made it to shore. And they, I'm assuming, like kind of camped out on the shore. But on the third day, they, according to survivor accounts, they were attacked by members of the Sentinelese tribe. So they're like pretty hostile. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, they're like, what? They're probably like, what? Fucking other people exist?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
and
like
then
their
like
aggression. Yeah, the aggression is like from these foreigners, these aliens basically come in, and that's totally warranted. The survivors were eventually picked up by the British Royal Navy. And then in 1896, an escaped convict tried to get away, like on a makeshift raft, and ended up on North Sentinel, and he immediately was murdered, I think.
Maybe like plan out your journey a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, they found his body many days later, pierced with arrows and his throat cut.
Whoops.
Yeah. And then we skip ahead pretty far. In the late 60s, an Indian anthropologist began visiting the island to study the tribe. His name is Triloknath Pandit. He didn't make direct contact with them at first, but he tried multiple times over the course of his career at the Anthropological Survey, and he ultimately did make contact with him in 1991. And since then, some other anthropologists have made visits, but no direct contact, which is smart.
Yeah.
I if you want to like maybe try to gather some of, I don't know, like maybe they have like left a bow or arrow or something out on the shore, like try to see what their level of craftsmanship is or something. That's interesting, but I don't know.
Also, I think we've learned at this point, don't go alone, and probably wear like a full suit of armor.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Or like send a drone in with like a claw on it or something.
Yeah,
if you're gonna, like pick some stuff up.
And that's what I think is what we should do if you really insist on studying them, is like do it in the most unintrusive way that you can.
Like satellite imagery.
Yeah, which you can look at the island on Google Earth, which is super cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I was looking at it last night. It's so awesome. So yeah, other anthropologists have made visits, but no direct contact. And then the next down the timeline is in 1974, a National Geographic film crew, some anthropologists and a few policemen visited North Sentinel to shoot a documentary about the Andamanese, and like all the people in the archipelago are considered Andamanese. And they called the documentary "Man in Search of Man." But they got close, and the Sentinelese shot arrows at the crew as they approached. And actually, some of the policemen went ashore wearing armor. Smart.
Yeah.
And they left gifts of coconuts and toys, and then they returned to the boat. But the Sentinelese continued to shoot arrows at them, and one of them hit the film director in the thigh.
Oh.
Yeah. So they are not fucking around. And then in 1975, Leopold III, who is the exiled king of Belgium at the time, I guess, toured the Andaman Islands with local dignitaries, and they brought him close to North Sentinel. And according to the anthropologist Pandit that I had mentioned previously, he said as soon as his boat got too close, the Sentinelese shot an arrow in his direction. The king was overjoyed and said it was the best day of his life. It wouldn't have been the best day of his life if he would have got shot with that motherfucking arrow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he was just like, "Ooh, yes, hey, oh, this is so lovely to see the arrows. Thank you." Fucking, I don't know what a Belgian accent is.
What? Please allow us to leave you a stroopwafel.
A stroopwafel.
No, I think that's from the Netherlands. It's Dutch.
That's Netherlands, yeah.
Please allow us to leave
How about
you...
a waffle? Just a regular waffle, Belgian.
Oh my fucking God, I'm dumb as fuck. Here's some frites. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh my God. Yeah, so that stupid idiot.
Oh my God.
And then in 1981, this is one of the more like well-known instances, a cargo ship called the Primrose got stuck on a coral reef, and it shipwrecked 28 sailors for about 2 weeks. And they were eventually rescued by helicopter, and thank God that they were, because the only thing that was keeping the Sentinelese from coming and murdering them was there was like bad choppy sea, so they couldn't get close to the cargo ship.
Oh.
So these dudes just like posted up on the ship and were like, "Please, God, come rescue us."
Oh my God.
They were rescued by helicopter, like airlifted out of there. And after they left, the Sentinelese eventually got to the ship and scavenged it. And people think that they made tools and weapons out of what they found on the ship. So that's why they have like more. When I think they've since gotten closer pictures of them, and they can tell that they have a little bit more sophisticated weapons and tools than they have had before.
Yeah, like they've pounded out little knives and like sword things now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's
and you could see the shipwreck on Google Earth still.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so cool. Definitely check that shit out. It's awesome. And then we're getting closer to present day. In 1991, these 5 brothers worked as shipbreakers, went to the island to get the rest of the whatever they could get from the shipwreck. They would go to the island with a police escort every few months until 1997, and they would sometimes encounter the Sentinelese. But I don't know that they had like a violent encounter. They just would be like, see them like on the shore and be like, ooh. Oh. But one of the brothers found a Sentinelese bow floating in the water and took it home. So he has a cool
souvenir.
Artifact. Yeah. And then in 2004, after the Indian Ocean earthquake, remember that fucking tsunami?
Yeah.
That was gnarly. Like, everybody was like, oh God, I hope that all these tribes are okay. So the Indian government flew helicopters over the Andaman Islands to see how the different communities were, if they were like still there, because that was a gnarly ass tsunami. And they were totally fine, like completely fine. Wow. Like nothing happened. And they believe it's because the tribe survived because they had ancient wisdom passed down through the generations of what to do in case of fucking gnarly storms, tsunamis. Like, they understood, like,
Yeah.
a earthquake precedes a huge wave.
Well, they're not all like fucking idiots like our generation, where it's like no one knows how to change a flat tire, even. You know,
Right,
it's
yeah.
like
They're self-sustaining, and
Yeah.
they've been there for so long.
well, because they don't have. I feel like they just have. You just have like a basic knowledge of like living and surviving, and it's not all clouded with like which Kardashian's which and like
Yeah.
you know, that sort of bullshit. And it's like I always try and challenge myself, like if I'm trying to recall like a fact or something, I try not to look at my phone because I
Yeah.
just feel like I need to remember certain things, you know?
Yeah, you
Like-
need to be able to, like, use your brain practically and,
Yeah.
like, the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, common
And we don't
sense.
want it to atrophy, you know?
Yeah, your brain is muscle.
It is. Well, so this article I was reading about it after the tsunami, they're talking about one of the tribes called the Ong tribe. Is an example they used. The Ong tribe, for example, have lived on Little Andaman for between 30 and 50,000 years.
Jeez.
And they are on the verge of extinction because I think they've let people onto the island, which is why.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, there's other that's must be what I read about too. There's like other instances of islands nearby there that have basically like caught diseases and stuff that they
Yeah.
just haven't adapted to. Like
No,
that
they're totally secluded.
yeah, so anything that's introduced and is new to them, and
Yeah.
they don't have the immunity for it like we would.
Mm-mm. They didn't. Their antibodies are not evolved to handle any modern day illness
Yeah.
that we might have.
I don't even know if you could like give them medicine or anything, because like who knows if they could.
Who knows?
Yeah, how it would affect them.
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
It's so crazy to think about that, because they're like it's like a time capsule of just
Yeah.
these people, their bodies, everything about their immune system is ancient. Yeah, so, but they went and checked on this Ong tribe, and there's only 100 or so left, but they all survived the quake and the tsunami.
Wow.
So, and they think it's because they have had this like deep generational knowledge passed down, and they just it's like instinctual at this point that they know exactly what to do, where like go deep into the jungle on the island and get away from the shore. Like,
yeah.
Okay, and then the last example of contact, before we get to one of the main instances of contact that's super creepy, is in 2006, 2 fishermen were killed when their boat, which they were using to harvest crabs nearby, drifted onto the island, or towards the island. They were murdered immediately, and the Sentinelese buried their bodies. And the Indian Coast Guard was able to retrieve one, and the Coast Guard was also attacked with arrows.
Oh my god.
But yeah, they grabbed one of the bodies, but yeah.
This reminds me of a time. I don't think I told this story, but I can't remember. So stop me if you've heard it. But we were in Alaska, and we were on a boat. We were on like kind of like a little fishing boat, or like a Boston whaler type thing. I don't know what you'd call that, but it's like a little outboard motor boat.
Yeah.
And we were like cruising around, and then we had to pee. And so we're like, let's get out at this little island. And we walked up onto the island, and there were these birds, and they started going, eh, and like aggressively yelling at us. And we were like, oh my god. And so we got a little bit closer, and then more of them were like, eh, and then they were like, eh, 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 and they were all like talking to each other, and I was like,
Whoa.
oh my god, what is happening? And Pete's brother-in-law's dad was like, oh, they must have babies.
Yeah.
They came to this island. They've laid their babies in these rocks. Don't go over there because they'll attack you.
Oh,
And I was like,
shit.
oh my god, like that. I don't want to be here anymore. So I didn't even go pee. I just like got back in the boat.
Because you feel like I'm invading
their
territory.
Yeah, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? And you can't communicate with them because we don't share a language. And so I couldn't be like, hey guys, I'm just going to pop a squat over behind this big rock over here.
Yeah, I'm not going to hurt you.
I'm not
I just
gonna
want
hurt
to pee.
you. I'm not gonna come any closer. But they wouldn't shut up. Even they like started getting louder and like kind of like walking towards us.
Oh shit.
There was a lot of them. And then we got back on the boat, and even as we were like leaving, we heard them still like yelling, and we were like, oh man.
You like distressed them.
I know. Yeah, and they were like, what are you doing here?
Damn.
We don't want you here. Get out.
Yeah.
But they didn't have bows and arrows. That
Yeah.
was good. So.
Yeah, thank God. Well, so I give all these examples to say, like, they are super aggressive.
Yeah.
Anybody who, I mean, most of the people in these examples that have come in contact with them have been injured or killed.
Yeah.
Or like threatened, basically. Like,
they don't know what these people want, and they can't talk
no.
to them. They don't share a language, so it's like.
Yeah, but it's they're alone in this situation out of all of the other islands with these remote tribes. There's multiple islands and there's different tribes on them. They're one of the only ones though that are like extremely aggressive and people can't really interact with them at all. And nobody should be interacting with these tribes at all anyway. But needless to say, and we'll get to why they are so much more aggressive than any of the other tribes, or why they're thought to be more aggressive. So needless to say, though, the Indian government implemented the Andaman and Nicobar Islands Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Act of 1956, which made it illegal to travel to the island and any approach closer than 5 nautical miles in order to prevent the resident tribes people from contracting diseases to which they have no immunity. And the area is patrolled by the Indian Navy. So,
oh my gosh, that means like of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 instances you just talked about, 7 of those were illegal to even go there.
Yeah.
Oh, but some were accidents. Like
some were accidents.
Yeah,
Some were like people got shipwrecked. That's like, that sucks. But, well, one instance of contact that I did not mention because I wanted to save it for what we're going to talk about right now.
The fun part.
The fun part. We're going to talk. So I found this really interesting. After I was reading about this story, I found this really interesting Twitter thread by a person on Twitter with the handle @respectable_law. And they went into this whole thing about this dude who had visited the island and I think really fucked them up. And his name was Maurice Vidal Portman. So this guy was a real fucking creep, apparently. So I was like reading through this thread and I was like, this is insane.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's not insane, but it's insane. So now that you have a little bit of context about the Sentinelese and the situation around why it was so stupid for that kid who just got killed to go there, like in the first place, this is the dude who most likely really freaked the Sentinelese out about outsiders.
Yeah.
Like he put the fear of God into them in the worst way possible.
Oh my God.
So it all started in 1879 when Officer Portman, stationed at Port Blair in the Bay of Bengal.
He was Canadian, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Canadian born and then like worked for the British Army. Or the British Navy.
British Navy, yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, why was the British Navy so deep in India?
Just, like, colonizing and stuff, you guys.
Just colonizing, and they were hiring as many white people as possible to help them.
They're like, oh, you're white and you're male, and you have a transatlantic/British accent? Come on down.
Come on down.
We have a job for you.
Yeah. You like sailing and shit? Come on. We got a job for you. Yeah, so he's working in the Bay of Bengal, and he's just colonizing everything he sees.
Oh my God.
And he went out and he explored the Andaman Islands, and he stumbled upon the North Sentinelese Island and the Sentinelese.
Yeah.
And he just really became kind of obsessed with all of these tribes people, not just the Sentinelese, but like all the tribes in the archipelago that he encountered. He really was fascinated by. Like, he didn't really think that they were, I mean, I think he was just like couldn't believe they were human. I don't know.
I mean, I on the one hand, I get it. It's like I find other cultures fascinating. You know, it's like, oh wow, like this is so interesting that this is a tradition of theirs, or like, or that they feel this way about certain things. It's like, okay, but then on the other hand, it's like, calm down, dude. Like, you are really gawking, and it's not. This isn't like your entertainment.
Yeah, like he was just like, look at their peepees.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he got obsessed with their peepees. And this is like where it's like, okay, something weird was going on with this dude.
yeah, he was like really obsessed with genitalia.
Yeah.
But the thing that's like most disturbing about his interaction with the North Sentinelese Islanders, especially, was that he just straight up fucking kidnapped some of the people from there. Like, he went to the island, made contact. He like found like a family unit like in the jungle, encountered them, and they were like, get the fuck away. And he was like, no, just come on.
Yeah.
And he literally just took these people.
And they were like olds and kids, right? Like, it was
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, it was like older, like some older adults and then some children.
Yeah, the ones that couldn't get away when they're all like, oh shit, this pee-pee obsessed man's back. Everybody
He's gonna grab our dicks, run away. I don't know, it's so fucked up.
This dickhead over here.
This guy's got dick on the brain, we gotta go.
They're like, everybody head for the hills, and all the old people are like, shit.
They're like, we can't run fast enough, this fucking guy.
We're trying, but we can't get there fast enough. And then they're like, protect the kids. And they're like, these kids are on their own.
I know. Every man for themselves, dude.
They're like, dude, don't get caught.
Oh, well, they did. And he fucking stole these people from the island.
Yeah.
And as soon as he, like, got them back to, like, the mainland of where he was stationed, where like a bunch of white people had overrun it.
And his like colonial mansion.
Yeah, the older people died immediately.
Yeah.
And the kids were like fine. I think they didn't die, but like he just kept them for a while.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. We know that like he made people take pictures and shit.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, he just like kept these kids for a while, and then he like brought them back. Yeah. But the kids were like the only ones he brought back because the older ones died.
Yeah.
And I bet those kids were like, holy fucking shit. He like, who knows what he did to them. Dude. But it sounds like from this point on, that's when they were like,
super
fuck
aggressive.
No,
yeah.
Fuck no, never again. Like, I mean, how would you feel if we made contact with aliens?
Yeah.
And we know they took like a bunch of people, and then like they just killed a couple of them and then brought back the kids, and the kids are scarred for life. And we're like, well, we don't want anything to do with anything. Like, no aliens here again.
It is kind of like what happens when people say they're abducted by aliens and they get probed in the butthole. Like, yeah, it's kind of like that. Like, yeah.
It could have been. Who knows?
Do you want to get abducted by an alien? No. I've heard, I mean, I don't know that I believe those stories, but I've heard enough. I think if there was a chance I would be abducted by one, I'd try to avoid it.
That's true. I know that's right.
It's it's like, you know what? These people, the kids are saying it wasn't good over there. Anybody that comes over here, let's just like kill him.
Fucking kill him. Yeah.
It's either we kill him or
be killed.
or they take pictures of our peepees against our will, and
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. So
No. Ooh, yeah. Who people are like speculate. I don't know. Who knows what he did, but
yeah, they speculate a little. There was a little diddling and some random weird creepiness.
I mean, if he's like obsessively categorizing like penises in his notes and shit and taking pictures of him, he would also, this is another creepy thing he did. He would pose the Andamanese men in like homoerotic poses, like in classical sculpture.
Oh.
And he would categorize their bodies with obsessive focus on genitals. So
what?
Yeah.
I mean, if he had a whole fucking manila envelope filled with like file folders of like how he was categorizing them by their wee-wees, then that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, ever since then though, the fucking the Sentinelese are like, get the fuck away.
Yeah.
Probably because of this Portman dude.
Because he had like a Dewey Decimal System of like
of dicks.
All their dicks.
A Dewey Decimal. I don't know. Don't. Maybe cut it out. That's terrible.
I was hoping you were gonna try again.
Mm.
Okay, but I was actually kind of like, this is something that doesn't happen a lot, because he like dropped the kids back off and was like, sorry, bye.
Hey, sorry I killed a couple of your elder statesmen, but here's the kids. Yeah, they're fine. Don't worry. They're not scarred for life or anything. Yeah. But I'll be back to talk to you about Jesus later. And they're like, fuck you, bitch. And yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, this whole like thing was basically a failure. And I think I kind of terrified them, and they might be hostile to people in the future. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Canada. Bye.
It's like, thanks for the self-awareness, you fucking asshole. You just like ruined. He shouldn't have bothered them in the first place. Yeah. But like, we know they're there. And it's like, I think it's like an irresistible thing for people to like want to know more about them and stuff. But like, I don't know.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and an example of that is the neighboring Jawara people. That tribe went from 9,000 to a couple hundred because they weren't as aggressive like in fending off people. Visiting, and they're going to probably not exist in a little while here, but they went down to a couple hundred due to the lack of genetic immunity, and they only forestalled annihilation due to aggressive segregation is what the article that I found about these people says.
On the part of like India?
The Indian government.
And them being like, don't fucking touch this island. Let them live their lives. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this Portman dude though, I think he didn't, I mean, maybe he saved them in a way, I guess, maybe, because they now like absolutely will not, like, it's zero tolerance on them.
Yeah.
On their part. And I don't know, that's really fucked up to say, but like, I don't know, like they just, unlike the other tribes around them, they're like, nope.
Yeah.
And also they do have like a solid barrier reef around their island, so that is also helpful.
Yeah.
So you can't really get too close to it anyway.
It's just like, it's such a weird like mindset that people are like, no, we need to like share with them like I don't know, it's so weird. It's like, can't we just let them live on their own? Like, they're not harming anyone there unless they wash up on their shore. But you just avoid it, and like they're just like living their lives. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need them to know what an iPhone is, or like.
Yeah. And I mean, even if we like somehow safely like were able to contact, you know, like contact with them on a regular basis, it's like, I don't know, like I guess we can learn like a lot from the desire to learn what their culture is I get it. Like that's the whole reason I like got the degree I got. It's fascinating to like understand what the fuck is and to have such a perfectly preserved culture just frozen in time, but to be so primitive is incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean the and that's, I think it's fine like from an anthropological perspective, like to like think like to want to like know more about them in that regard. But people who are going there to spread the word of fucking Jesus,
No. Fuck
absolutely
right
not. Go get out of here. They have existed
Yeah.
as a people for 60,000 years. They don't need Jesus. They don't.
God. No.
Leave them the fuck alone.
They probably
They're
have
gonna-
their
and-
own religion that they've had for 60,000 years. Let them have that. It's the same shit with a different name slapped on it. So it's like...
It's probably dope as shit. And
Yeah.
it probably is the one true religion, but who knows?
Yeah.
But this guy, the not Portman, but the young guy who went and bothered them about Jesus.
Yeah.
This is like my final thought about it.
What was his name?
Shit.
I forget.
I forgot.
Wait. Oh, did we ever say his name?
I don't think we did. Shit. Sorry. That's rude.
No, I think you did. But
no, I didn't.
Notes.
His name is John Allen Cho.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And yeah, so he's 26. He's American, but he wanted to convert them to Christianity, which so it's not funny. It's sad that he died, but it's like, dude, what are you doing? The naivete is astonishing.
It's also like common sense. If they're killing people since the fucking 1800s, anytime someone approaches this island,
shit, those are just the instances that we know about too. I mean, who knows? Like if there's like pre-record, like people shipwrecking there, they probably got, I don't know, who knows?
Yeah, go to fucking Indiana.
just nobody, they didn't want that. So, but I was reading a little bit about it, and the article that mentioned him or like referred to him as a self-appointed missionary. This article says he thought of the North Sentinel Island as the quote last stronghold of Satan, the only place on earth where Jesus Christ's name is not yet known. And his chosen mission was to change this. In his like diary or whatever, he said this is what he thought was the last stronghold of Satan.
He's never been to Las Vegas or heard of it or fucking
Atlantic
New Orleans?
City? No?
Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Anyone? Fucking Amsterdam?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, those places are all fucking awesome.
I know.
So I guess when he like got to the island, he said, "I love you and Jesus loves you." And that's what he shouted at the Sentinelese while they were trying to chase him away. This was like an early attempt. This was like before he died.
Yeah.
That's what he was like calling to them. Did he think they fucking spoke English?
Oh my God.
Like they didn't know what the fuck. For all they knew, he could have been like, "I'm about to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I'm about to touch your dick.
Yeah, show me your pee-pees."
And they were like, "Nope, sorry, motherfucker."
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I heard this is an island with tons of pee-pees.
Just want to check your dicks out. I just want to take tons of weird pictures with them.
Ding dong. You didn't have a doorbell, but I'm here for the dongs.
Knock, knock, motherfucker. Yeah, they didn't know what the fuck he
God.
Yeah, so that he was just trying to shout about Jesus to them, and they were like, "No." He's like, "I want you to meet Jesus," and they're like, "You first, motherfucker."
What'd you say? I can't hear you. Shloop, blink.
Yeah.
Like just into his chest.
Yeah, dude, fucking sad, man.
Yeah,
But
but not that sad. I don't really care.
And it sounds like
rude.
his family didn't care either. They're like, "Yes, he was just, doing God's
Yeah.
God's work.
I guess the Lord decided it was his time to come home.
That motherfucker decided it was his time. Jesus was like, "What are you doing? Oh, baby, what is you doing?" Oh no, baby, what is you doing?
And Jesus is like, if I wanted them to know about me, I could have done something myself.
Yeah.
But
you were not the one.
You didn't have to travel to fucking India, you twat.
He was like, they're doing fine, honey. You don't need to go.
God.
I didn't. Jesus is like, I did not ask for that. I did not ask for that. They're fine.
Oh,
God. Yeah, they've been doing fine for 60,000 years. Stop bothering them.
Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I told them I want to see their peepees.
Lord, they shot me with an arrow. That's fucked up. Oh, Lord.
It's so good.
God damn it.
Just be smart. Make good choices. You know,
make good choices and don't put your choices on other people. God damn it.
Oh, baby Jack.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa. You know what? Jack is having a meltdown, and that's exactly how we feel about this. But also, it's time to end the episode because he has a PPD. That's a PP diaper.
He's losing it. He's losing it. Sorry.
He's losing his damn mind.
This is how he feels about people trying to bother
other people.
But
so we just want everyone to be excellent and to yourselves and to each other, and just mind your own business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.